That was interesting.
Good chat, guys.
Yeah, good chat. Yeah. Hi, I'm Lucilla Ronai and welcome to the Conservation Starter. Today I am joined with...
My name's Freya Merrill. I am an exhibition conservator.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Todd. I'm a book and paper conservator.
So today we have come together to look at a very particular film and to give our perspective as professional conservators on what's going on in it. And today we are going to review National Treasure. None of us have watched it recently, so our reactions are going to be 100% genuine legit. Eek. I can just remember traumatic flashbacks to something to do with heat and yeah, anyway, we'll get into that.
It's bad, I'm pretty sure it's bad.
It's right, we'll be fine. Let's get started. Ready to watch the movie?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
My carrot's really crunchy.
Everything is always stored in an attic.
American attics are the best. Also scary as shit.
But also prone to leaks.
Get your leak register ready. It's raining too. There you go. Just get your IPM.
Oh, there's definitely insects there.
Oh, those are the big spider webs.
So let's talk about attic and attic storage. So most people just tend to put their treasures in an attic space, and the reason why it's not ideal is they're usually the most close space to the roof, and so it means they're exposed to sun and temperature changes, humidity changes, and if you have vulnerable material, that stuff is bad. Also, the not great thing about attics is they can be really prone to leaks.
And rodents.
And rodents.
And ghosts.
Oh my god. There's a lot against attics, let me tell you. So if you have treasures, maybe don't try and store them in an attic.
Or your garage.
Or your basement. Are you guys getting nervous too?
Don't you dare fall down that ladder.
Don't you dare fall down that ladder.
You should know the story. A treasure that had been fought over for centuries. And then suddenly, it vanished.
I feel like this is a good indication of how not to steal and destroy things.
Yeah. Smash some things.
First crusade discovered
It's worth more. When you're opening a tomb, that tomb has a lot of contents inside it that's only survived because it's been in a stable, non-fluctuating environment. As soon as it's picked with an axe or a pick, you've introduced a whole number of different other environmental conditions that it hasn't seen before. That's when the deterioration can happen. So things can survive for hundreds and thousands and however long. So as soon as you open it up to the rest of the world, it's going to deteriorate. This is a really bad situation.
The metals looked real shiny.
Didn't they?
Oh,
Those
no
are some
patina.
fresh cobwebs there.
I feel like there's going to be many more topics that are going to come out of this.
We'll choose our best ones.
We're only 3 minutes 52 seconds in.
Look at us go. I'm surprised it took me that long to pause it.
devised a series of clues and maps.
Also, will there roll storage?
I keep looking at their roll maps and rolled everything. Can you just put that somewhere else? Some nice iron golding.
Yeah, I was thinking that right then and there.
They did a good job making all the gold.
Secret lives. The shark.
Oh, the poor book. What's he looking for?
A ship.
With the nothing.
Oh,
After like this much snow?
You know, it's a shallow
God.
archaeological site.
If you no,
Let it out.
It'd be under so much snow. So much. That's like a dusting of the morning, like while you're having coffee. That's how much snow would cover it.
I want to pick up on the fact that he nailed it with his ice pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did that too. Like that's a little alarming.
So there's a reason why archaeologists go in with soft brushes, because they're trying not to destroy the artifacts they're trying
I'm
to
no
uncover.
archaeologist, but I don't know that I'd be hacking shit everywhere to try and get to a metal object, which could possibly shatter.
Yeah.
Or carry around a bottle which is not frozen when they look like they could be in minus 30 degrees. How does he have fresh water?
Suspension of disbelief.
Oh, I'm gonna take this movie apart.
Okay, friends, let's do this.
nervous about walking straight inside because you don't know the structural integrity of the ship.
Especially those stairs, God.
Human safety comes first.
WHS.
Yeah, risk management. Who did the risk assessment?
Do an
there?
assessment. Do a risk assessment.
But I guess these are treasure hunters.
These are hunters. They don't care.
Yeah.
Throw a caution to the wind. We're gonna fuck this place up. Yeah. With their hacks. Well, let's hack this treasure. Oh yeah.
Foreshadowing right there.
All in the name of treasure hunting. Oh, good. Pull it. Yeah, great.
But also, you would not touch him.
That is.
His fingers.
Look at them with their ice picks, just like, oh, just smash this shit up. Yeah.
Let's
No
just
gloves.
open it up and find out.
No gloves at all. Also, you would definitely have gloves on because of how cold it is.
It's so cold. What's? Oh God.
So let's talk about them just touching everything, okay? So there's a few reasons why you don't just touch historically valuable objects with your bare hands. One, to protect yourself, and two, to protect the object. So first of all, when you don't know what an object is, it could be hazardous. So that's one reason why you wear gloves. It could have biological hazards, it could be sharp, it could also be made from materials which aren't great for you to touch. So when in doubt, wear gloves. There is another reason, it's to protect the object itself. So some materials don't want to be exposed to human hands and human hand oils and whatever else you might have on your hands. Let's talk about the fact that it is freezing temperatures.
It's so cold there. Why don't they have gloves on?
Wear gloves to protect yourself and wear the object. The objects.
Jesus Christ.
Do not put your own blood on an object.
These cowboys need to slow down
I really
and
wanna
do a
hear-
condition report.
We should probably explain that cowboy is like a big insult in conservation.
Such an insult.
You do.
Please don't commit murder on the heritage site.
There'll be blood everywhere.
Save the ship! Well, if it wasn't a shipwreck before,
Yeah.
it surely is now.
She wrecked. Yeah.
Everything being smashed and destroyed and human remains disrespected.
Gunpowder.
Oh my god.
So with any archaeological site or any special cultural environment, there's a certain standard of code of ethics that you wouldn't be going in there smashing things with picks, ripping things out of human remains' hands, chucking gunpowder around. It just would not happen that way in a real archaeological dig setting, I hope. It's all about having dignity and respect for the site that you're visiting. Whether or not it does have human remains obviously has a huge influence on the way that you would interact with everything else there. Yeah, you wouldn't just go around stomping on everything. You would be treading very gently.
Do you think any of that artwork on the wall is original?
I was just looking at that. I'm hoping reproductions.
A lot of light on those
Abigail
walls.
Chase,
Paul Brown.
please don't touch that.
Sorry, a neat collection.
Cowboy, I tell ya. Jesus Christ.
You're missing
Stop touching.
We should probably talk about how people just always want to touch things.
Well, we get serious.
Yeah,
Why touching
natural
can be bad.
human instinct.
If we were given the privilege of examining the document, we believe that there's an encryption on the back. The location
Buried
of
treasure. Listen to
hidden
me.
items.
You're treasure hunters, aren't you?
Oh, you're cowboys.
We're
I know you are.
treasure protectors.
Oh, no, you're not.
At the back of the Declaration of Independence, and no map.
It's invisible.
Surely if it wasn't invisible ink though, that whatever it is in the way it would deteriorate would have some impact.
Like
and
some
you would have some
staining.
visible...
It has been on there for how many hundreds of years?
Yeah.
Or in raking light, you'd be able to see some indentations.
Like the chances that all the conservation treatments in the past done by
point,
all the
good
most
point,
prestigious
good point.
conservators would not have picked up
For the most
true-
valuable item in America. And they're like, oh,
with
we don't have any
transmitted
reports on
light, raking light, ultraviolet, infrared. They would not have picked up an invisible map on the back.
Good point, Lucy. Let's talk a little bit about the history of the preservation efforts of the Declaration of Independence. So it wasn't until 1903 they actually decided that sunlight wasn't a great idea and that keeping it dry was a great idea, but then they kept it too dry and it started to crack a little bit. So it is parchment and it does need a little bit of moisture just to flex a little bit as it does. So in 1950s they changed the environment that it was in. They put it in a bronze bulletproof case and they took out the oxygen and replaced it with humidified helium, which would have been an interesting adventure to do. And then as time moved on, it was about 50 years later from that, it had been sealed up that entire time. And then they, in 2003, I think, they took it out of that case. It turned out to be that argon gas was the better choice rather than the humidified helium. Conservation develops. We're learning more and more, and we're just constantly developing the treatment methods and storage practices to suit the knowledge at the time.
Who's going to steal the Declaration of Independence?
Okay.
The Preservation Room.
The preservation.
The Preservation Room! That's us! That's also known as the Conservation Lab or the Conservation Room as well.
Yeah, so preservation room, broad term, where conservators live.
That's where they clean, repair, and maintain all the documents and the storage housings when they're not on display or in the vault. They take it out of the vault, directly across the hall.
I don't know, we don't wear hairnet, like...
The best time for us or Ian to steal it would be during the gala, but we'll make our way to the preservation room where there's much less security.
So I feel like we're taking it quite personally that they think the Preservation Lab is the point of weakness for their plans to steal the Declaration of Independence. Because anywhere that high value collection items are going to be is a very secure area.
We are not a point of weakness.
Always secure. Keep the document level. No problem.
What you got?
Need sense to learn off the Declaration.
I feel like there's less risk involved if they put it on a trolley rather than hand-carrying it.
Put it on a trolley.
Also, I love how they say, "What have you got?" And it's like they're acting like it's a surgical setup with all the scrubs and the.
All right, what have we got? We got a laceration to the...
I can respect that costume change.
Well done. Those could have been valuable tools.
But he's kept the drill, the most important.
There's probably an ice pick in there too.
His favorite.
Let go of that ice pick. Okay, food and drink in the exhibition space. No.
Also the cotton gloves.
Hey, what's that about?
Yeah.
Now he wears
Yeah.
Preservation room.
At least it's got one of the glass chambers. I wonder if it's supposed to be like
It
the special.
does. Like air controlled. It
Probably
wouldn't
accurate.
just be sitting there. I don't understand. No.
I'm taking the whole thing. I'll get it out in the elevator.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
As you saw the Conservators carrying the object into the lab, it was very gently, gloves on, full suited up, almost too much with the hairnets.
Almost too much. It was
But it
probably
was
unlikely.
kept flat whilst it was on display as well. I'm pretty sure it was flat or a very low angle.
It's a very slight
low.
angle.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got Nicolas Cage here carrying it like this.
This cowboy.
You can see it slipping
With his
around in
180
its
angle.
case.
Do not shoot at it.
It's bulletproof.
I don't care.
Fragments.
Yeah, it's happening.
Also,
Also, what are they doing? Like shooting at it? Right, on the thing we want to steal. Yeah, let's. Oh. It,
also this. No, you do not roll.
Oh my god!
Okay.
So, which I don't even know where to start. Firstly, it's not gonna just pop out of the frame like that. You couldn't just take it out from the top and just roll it on up. There's hinges on that thing. It's not going places. It's not just able to be whipped out in a heist in an elevator.
And then tightly rolling it as if like, oh, this is so easy and quick. You are destroying that manuscript, and it is not that easy. It's hard enough to neatly roll something when it's on a core, on a flat table, and you have two people doing it.
I have so many qualms about this whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely got a lot we need to unpack.
So the Declaration of Independence is on parchment, which isn't paper. It's in fact quite a thin animal skin.
So it's been manufactured in a very certain way to turn it into a material that's suitable for writing on. So there's a whole chemical and physical process of lime baths and stretching and scraping.
It's very laborious.
It's very laborious
And expensive.
and it creates this incredible writing substrate that's been used for centuries centuries.
And it responds very differently to paper. It's super, super sensitive to humidity, and it gets really, really brittle.
And it does
in
have
the air.
a memory, so it can move back to its original shape from whatever beast it came from. And it's not going to roll up that tightly, even if it's not. And if it has been rolled up that tightly, it's not going to unroll without some kind of treatment or humidification to flatten it out. So he did it very quickly. It was very efficient.
And shoved it straight in the plastic.
Slam it in some kind of plastic. Who
That
knows what
better
it
be
is?
conservation grade plastic. There's only 3 types of plastic that are conservation grade, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't one of them.
The design of the case, I'm not sure of the exact specifications of it. It's in an argon sealed case, basically creating an anoxic microenvironment, which means that there's no oxygen getting in there, and it's just keeping the document stable, and it means that it's not being exposed to any humidity, or I guess they've got the separate temperature controls as well. But basically it's been in this little gas bubble essentially for, I'm assuming, years, pulling it out suddenly into a non-climate controlled space.
In a lift.
What a shock.
It's not going to respond super well to that, let alone the rolling it up 3 seconds later.
What's that? Oh my god, you did not! Security! Over here! Give me that!
Like, we can assume safe handling is out the window by this point, but still, just like crunching it at the bottom is surely not good for it.
Oh, it's in safe hands, Jen.
Let's just take it out of the safe environment it's been in for goodness knows how long and take it outside.
As a courier, this is worst case scenario.
Why don't you just pass me that document? Then we can all go home.
And this is why theft and vandalism is one of the most dangerous things. Look what can happen to your objects! So there are things known as the Agents of Deterioration, and one of them is theft/vandalism. And so basically anytime someone steals something from an institution, from where it's meant to be stored in the correct environment with all the safety protocols in place for it, and it's only handled by people that know what they're doing, the second you try and steal something, that's just gonna pose so much risk to it. So the times that objects are most at risk are when they're handled and when they're transported. Add into the fact you have thieves and their priority is just to get the object and get out and screw everything else, like, holy crap, it's a recipe for disaster. Hello, Editing Lucy here. So this video is turning out to be a little longer than we expected because we just had so much to say. So we're going to split it into 2 parts. So that's the end of part 1. Part 2 is coming, so stay tuned. If you have any requests of things that we react to as conservators in the future, let us know in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe. And Jen, Freya and I will see you in the next video. Bye! So I'm just going to do a spiel, and if it sucks, we'll just start again. It's easy.
Your spiels are never sucky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you do it again?
Yep. Yeah. Like right now?
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, cool. Glad I'm still.
Wait, we can do like the bye.